have a lot to get to today. It's going to be a really fun day. So obviously I am here on our book club site, and I just wanted to remind you of what we've been working on this entire semester. Our enduring understanding of humans use strategy to construct meaning. We used a lot of reading strategies to make meaning of our text as we read. Some of these strategies that we used were summarizing. We had discussion directors who were questioners. What were some of the other reading strategies that we came up with, that we practiced? We made predictions. We made a really important one. We made a lot of connections. Okay. So those were a lot of the reading strategies that we used. And then our world-class outcomes. These were our overall goals for our book club. And so let's just kind of take a look at number one. Today we're really going to be demonstrating our understanding of these world-class outcomes. And in number one, we're going to be presenting a creative representation of our text, the text that we read, and the greater theme of our novels. For our second world-class outcome, we've spent a lot of time this semester thinking critically about our classmates' ideas through several discussions. And today we're going to take it a step further and analyze the images and the music and the words chosen by our classmates as they present their presentations. And then we could also analyze how those fit into the story. And then finally, for our third world-class outcome, we've collaborated on several occasions through shared writing pieces, through discussions about the text, and recently we've spent a lot of time on Edmodo sharing our ideas and the images and questions that we thought were important for our final project. Okay, so one last thing before we start actually presenting, our rubric for how you're going to be graded. Let's just review it. I know you've all seen it. But let's just take a look so it's fresh in your mind. So there are 4 different categories that you're going to be graded on. You have awareness of the audience. So that means, did you choose appropriate images for the people you're presenting for? And that would be your classmates. I am your audience as well as your classmates. The duration of your presentation. Did you use the full 30 seconds, and did you use them wisely in your presentation, or did you just have only like one picture? Okay. The images that you did choose, did they communicate any symbolism? And we talked a little bit about symbolism and how sometimes an image can represent more of an idea. So we'll see as we look at our presentations. And then, of course, the soundtrack. Did you choose music that really fit with the images and really fit with the story? Okay, so during these presentations, if you are not the one who is actually presenting, here's what I'd like you to do. While you're watching other people's videos, I want you to think of a compliment for one of your classmates. Okay, so think of a compliment. Maybe it is on one of these categories. That would be great. And then when you're done presenting your video, just be ready to discuss the images and music you chose. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and take a volunteer. Do I have any volunteers to start? Okay, so Jaden would like to start. And it doesn't matter who goes first or second or whatever. So Jaden, would you like me to make you the presenter, or did you upload it into Edmodo? Jaden? Jaden, I think I'm going to make you the presenter so that we can see your screen and your video will come up on your screen.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
That's what I need to do.
Okay.
What I need to do.
So everybody, let's just remember to think of a compliment. All right, so we're ready. Make sure your volume is up. All right. So Jaden, we didn't actually hear your music, but I'm sure when you send this to me, I'll be able to hear the music that you chose. But let's take a compliment for Jaden. Anybody notice anything that they really thought was great or that they would like to point out for Jaden? Yeah, go ahead, Lucas. Lucas, your microphone's on, so you can just talk. You better make sure that you haven't muted yourself, Lucas, because we can't hear what you're saying right now. Here's one
I
compliment.
thought the trucks were cool.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so he thought that the trucks were cool. Do you think that was an important image to the story to show that the
Mm-hmm.
trucks?
Yeah.
Yeah. Vero, what would you like to say?
I like the picture of the pencil.
I do too. I liked the picture of the pencil. It really showed how important writing was to Lee. Now, let's talk a little bit about the theme of our book. I think the greater theme was how, and actually, I'm going to find it because Tyler typed about it here on Edmodo. Um, but the greater theme of our book was about divorce and how children will deal with it in different ways and how it affects people. So here we are. Here is where Tyler typed that. It's what kids go through when they're dealing with a divorce. And how did Lee express his feelings? Anybody? Go ahead, Jaden. Yeah, you kind of cut out there, but Lee definitely expressed his feelings through writing. And Jaden, did you communicate any symbolism during your presentation? Now, remember, symbolism is
The truck.
choosing an image that represents a bigger idea.
The trucks. Um, they showed they showed Lee's need and love for his dad.
That is really good, Jaden. I didn't even think of that particular example. I was thinking of the pencil um, and how that symbolized the act of writing and the act of expressing his feelings through writing. But yes, the trucks and how his love and how much he missed his dad. Absolutely. Very good, Jaden. Um, so, what kind of tone were you trying to portray in your presentation? Were you trying to portray a really happy tone, serious, or
Maybe
what?
sadness.
Kind of
Maybe
sad.
sadness.
Yeah, very good. All right, Jaden, pat yourself on the back. You did a fantastic job. And I would love it if you would send me a private message in the chat of how you would score yourself. So just glance at that rubric one more time. And obviously,
I actually
16.
forgot.
Yeah,
I
16 would
forgot
be the
that
highest.
I forgot. I muted myself when I was the presenter, so that's why you couldn't hear the music.
Yeah, we were thinking that maybe something like that might have happened. But Jaden, don't worry about that too much. And especially if you can figure out how to turn this
And
in
this
onto
was
Edmodo,
Sunnyside.
then I'll be able to go back and look at it later. Or you can email it to
And this
me if you
was
want me to hear the
Sunnyside.
music.
The music was Sunny Side.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right. Do I have another volunteer to go next? All right, Tyler. Tyler, would you like me to make you the presenter? Okay, so it's going to come up on Tyler's screen.
Yes.
And here we go. So remember to be thinking of a compliment for Tyler.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tyler, you should see something on your screen that says make me the presenter, something to, okay, there we go. Looks like it's coming up. Perfect. All right, so wow, this is already an already interesting presentation. Go ahead, Tyler.
Okay.
Wow, Tyler, you chose some really interesting images. That was that was different. I liked it. Here, play it again one more time. I really want to see this one again.
Okay. Okay.
It's only 30 seconds, so. Wow. Wow, Tyler, you didn't focus as much on the writing part of this. You focused, it looks like, more on the theme about divorce. But let's take some compliments for Tyler. Go ahead, Jaden.
Just stretching, but I'll give him the comment.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Lucas, jump in. That's fine.
I liked I liked how he I liked how Tyler had I like how I like how I liked how Tyler had yeah, I like the pictures of Tyler's presentation.
I do too. I think that he chose some really cool images. I really liked that image of the kid holding the heart that had mom and dad with like it was broken in half or whatever, and mom was on one side. Yeah, go ahead, Lucas.
I thought it was cool because he had like real pictures of like real people.
I agree. Like he didn't. The only picture like directly from the book I think that he used was the one with the cover of the book. The rest
Yeah.
were totally original. So that was really good. So Tyler, tell me a little bit more
Yeah,
about why
perfect.
you chose the images you chose.
I chose the images I chose because it it sort of it tells how Lee gets better over time um from his mom and dad's divorce
Yeah,
because
okay. So yeah, you kind of
like
showed like how sad he was in the beginning and then how he ended and
yeah,
was able to deal with it a little bit better. That's
yeah,
perfect.
yeah.
So Tyler, I've actually already kind of pointed this out, but what image did you choose that showed symbolism?
um when the man was picking up the boy
Oh, I didn't even think of that one. So what did that symbolize?
that symbolized Mr. Henshaw helping Lee
Oh my gosh,
even
that's
though
pretty
that
I didn't even think of that. That's really deep, Tyler. That symbolized Mr. Henshaw like picking Lee up and helping Lee deal and cope. Wow, I was
Yeah,
thinking of the image that you chose that showed the kid, with the broken heart or whatever, and how that symbolized divorce and the
the
way that,
divorce. Yeah.
yeah, that students. Oh, wow. Tyler, this was fantastic. Pat yourself on the back. Yay. All right. And don't forget, once you are done
Doesn't
presenting,
really mean it.
to send me a private chat of how you
Idiom.
would rate yourself. Okay, go ahead, Vero.
Okay. It's an idiom. It's an idiom, Tyler. He doesn't really mean. He means just be proud of yourself.
Definitely. Vero, check and make sure your microphone's on, sweetheart, because I can't hear what you're saying.
I liked Tyler's video a lot. I like the background the most.
Yeah, yeah, he chose kind of a somber, well, you know
It
what?
showed.
It wasn't really
You know
somber. It
how?
was just kind of like, um, I don't know, it wasn't flashy, which was good because
I
it
chose
didn't
that.
distract.
Sorry, but I chose that background because it sort of looks like paper, and Leah writes a lot to Mr. Henshaw.
Oh my gosh, Tyler, that's another example of symbolism. That's fantastic. Your background actually represented writing, even though it didn't, show an actual pencil or anything. That's
At,
fantastic.
yeah. At first, I thought. At first, I was thinking of making my background the setting.
Ooh, that would have been good too, because the setting was, obviously an important part of the
The
story.
house.
But I like that you chose paper. I think that was great. Awesome. Do I have another volunteer to go next? All right, Vero. Vero, I will make you the presenter. Do you have it up on your screen?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Wow, I'm still like in shock. That was so great.
Please.
These are getting better and better and better.
Let's hope this gets even more better.
I'm sure it will.
Okay, do you see my screen?
We sure do.
Okay. Here, hold on. Do you guys want to watch the preview video? Because my older sister Carla and I don't know how to post it.
Sure.
Here.
Okay. Do you want to click skip and produce? I think that might make it go. Yeah, that might make it go
Okay.
quicker. And here it is. Okay.
Hold on. Okay.
There it goes. Yay. Wow, Vero, that was really good. Good job. All right, let's take a compliment for Vero. Go ahead, Tyler.
It was cool how the papers would set on fire.
Yeah, why did you choose that, Vero? The paper, you know, setting on
It's
fire.
like a kaleidoscope of memories.
Oh, that's deep. Yes, it was kind of a kaleidoscope of memories. That was really good. I also noticed that you hit the theme about friendship, and he considered Mr. Henshaw a friend, and that's how he was able to deal with the divorce. But why did you choose the images you chose, Vero?
Well, some of them were important parts, and other and others showed symbolism.
I totally agree. Tell me about one that showed symbolism.
Um, it was the picture of the dad's truck.
Yes, yeah, I
It
agree. And so what does that represent?
it represents Lee's dad's job.
Yeah, yeah, very good. And Lucas, you have a comment or
I liked the truck a lot because it looked like he was actually driving
yeah.
in the fire.
Yeah, and then it set on fire. Will, go ahead.
I wanted to go next for the video.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's just make sure what kind of but that we're done with Vero. Let's ask her one more question. What kind of tone were you trying to show us through your video?
I still haven't had my comment for Vero.
Okay.
Next. Crabby. Snap, snap. I kind of use like a happy tone.
Yeah, so you chose other like unlike Tyler, you chose to focus on maybe more of the friendship theme, and not so much the theme of the divorce and the sadness. That's what I saw from yours. It was really good. And go ahead, Jaden, you had a comment?
Well, if I put it in any of these categories, I would put it a 4, 3, 3, 4.
Oh, okay. So he's actually giving you a score. But okay, well, fantastic. I actually think that she definitely got a 4 in the images category, because she definitely communicated some symbolism as well as important images from the book. All right. Let's see. Will, are you ready to present?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to make you the presenter. Or do you want me to show it from Edmodo? Because I think you actually turned it in on Edmodo. What would you prefer? Oh well, we'll make you the presenter. How about that?
Presenter.
Okay. All right. Michael Jordan. Here he is. Okay, so remember to be thinking of some compliments.
It's loading.
Okay. Oh. Huh. All right. Will, you chose some very different type of images. I noticed you actually focused a little bit
You
more.
stole most of my images.
You focused on the dog,
You stole
definitely.
my images. You stole my images.
Well, we were sharing images. The way that you guys all put them together is different. So I never think of it as stealing. This is more of a collaboration project. You all found images to use together, and that was great. So Will, well, first of all, let's take a compliment for Will. Anybody? Yeah, go ahead, Lucas.
I liked how he used a real picture for the Dear Mr. Henshaw.
Yeah, he did. He used a real picture from the actual story itself, the image of the book cover. Um, yeah, Tyler, you have something to add?
I thought it was cool how I told um the the name of the author of the book.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That was an important detail that, some of us didn't choose to focus on, but and that's totally fine as well. I think that Will kind of focused more on the friendship theme of this book. So far, it looks like Tyler is the only one that is focused more on the divorce theme and dealing with divorce. Most kids are choosing to deal, it looks like, more with the happy side of the book. Would you agree with that, Will?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's totally fine
I
because
get better.
I noticed your soundtrack was kind of upbeat and kind of happy. So why did you choose the music that you chose?
I just felt like it went with the text.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and that's what you focused on. Did you choose any images that were symbolism that stood for something else?
No, but maybe the one where he's riding and then the bubble is the truck.
Yeah, actually, that could be symbolism. And what would that symbolize?
Him thinking of his dad when he was riding.
Yes, him thinking of his dad. Perfect. Wow, these are getting so good. I'm so happy. All right. Do I have a volunteer to go next? So it looks like we have Lucas and Dakota left to present. So either one of you two? Anyone?
Dakota first.
All right, Dakota. Dakota, are you there?
Yes, I am.
He is here. Okay, and Dakota, I know that you actually turned yours in on Edmodo, so I'm just gonna pull it up and show it from here. So Dakota did something kind of different, and I still think it's pretty cool. So I want you guys to pay close attention to what Dakota focused on in his presentation. Sorry, I guess it does take a minute to load. It's coming. It's pulling up Firefox right now. Okay. Patience is not my strong point, but okay, here we go. So this is interesting. I want you guys to think of a compliment for Dakota, and then I want you to think about which part of the theme of the book he focused on. And that was my cat in the background. If I saw you in heaven, I must be strong. All right. So Dakota only chose to use one picture. Let's watch it again. But I want you to listen really closely and look at the words. And I want you to listen really closely to the song. If I saw you in heaven, I must be strong. Okay, so let's take a compliment for Dakota. Go ahead, Jaden.
Well, I actually think it was actually a pretty good one.
I agree. I think that he chose a
I only
really,
has one picture,
yeah,
but it was a really good one.
it was. It was a really good one. What did it represent? Yeah, go ahead, Will.
That he needs to be strong, even though he lost his dog for a little.
Yes, yes,
Like his dog
exactly.
meant a lot to him.
Right. You definitely touched on the theme that Dakota was trying to represent, that friendship, the friendship that he had with and love that he had for his dog, and how that helped him deal. Yeah, go ahead, Lucas.
I thought it was pretty cool how the music and the picture just mixed up like a soup.
Yeah, yeah, like a soup. There you go. I thought it was a really powerful song. Dakota, tell us why you chose that song.
The reason why I chose the song is because I didn't know if Lee's dog died or if he was still alive.
Yeah.
So I chose the song Eric Clapton Tears in Heaven only for the reason, like I said, because I didn't know if Lee's dog was dead or not.
Right. Well, and it's a very sad, important song too. So Dakota definitely focused more on the somber side. So his presentation was kind of like Tyler's. It was a little bit more somber. Very good. All right, Dakota. So don't forget, if you've already presented, to make sure that you send me how you would score yourself in a private message into the chat. And then let's move
Um,
on to Will. Not Will.
if if I was to grade Dakota, I would have given him a four, four, 4, 4, 3, 4.
Oh, okay. So you don't think that he used as much symbolism, and that's okay because, he did only choose to use one image, but it was still a really good image. Okay. Strong and powerful. So, Lucas, are you there?
That's why I gave him.
Yeah,
I'm going to make you the presenter, Lucas, so that we can see the presentation on your screen.
actually, I got on to Edmodo,
Uh huh.
and it didn't look like what you showed us on the VC. I tried looking around Edmodo, but I couldn't find where the
Did
Animoto
you
part.
Okay,
did
well,
you click on
Animoto
book
and
that?
Edmodo were definitely two different things. You needed to get onto Edmodo to look at the folders. Here, I'm going to make myself the presenter again. The folders with the images from the book. And then once you chose your images, then you had to make the Animoto video. Okay, so you needed to go to right here where it said folders.
I didn't see the applause guy or all that. It looked different. Just
Okay, well, you might not have signed in correctly, but it does look like you are a member. So if you click on this box that looks like a house, that will
yeah.
take you to your home page. This is new. This is new, so you might not have seen that yet. Um, okay, so folders is where you needed to go. You needed to go to your book and choose images, drag them and drop them onto your desktop, and make the Animoto video.
Ooh.
So Lucas, if you can get that done by the end of today, you'll still be able to participate and get a score. Okay?
Okay, and then make it.
Yes, on Animoto, choose the free option. Maybe you need to go back and review the assignment, and the assignment is posted in several different places, and you definitely have it in your email as well.
Okay.
Okay. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about the theme of our book again. So, our two important themes that we were dealing with were the importance of friendship and then also how people deal with divorce in different ways. Um, so, what did you guys learn? Did you learn anything new about different coping strategies, about how friendship can help people deal? Anything you'd like to add? No? Well, then I'll move on to my last questions for you. The connections that you've made. What were some of the connections you've made to your own life or just real life in general? Connections from this book. Jaden?
I had a text to text
Okay,
connection.
sure.
It was from Hatchet.
Yeah, and what was the connection you made?
Brian's parents were divorced too.
Yeah, so how did these characters deal with divorce differently?
He had to stay home with his mom while um Brian visit visited recently both parents. He visit more. He didn't. He visited both of them. He didn't
Oh,
just
okay.
someone.
And Lee expressed his feelings through writing. How did Brian deal with his feelings? You think about that,
Well,
Jaden, how he dealt with it maybe a little differently than Lee dealt with divorce. Okay, any other connections to our novel? What about the importance of friendship? Can any of you make a connection to a time that maybe a friend helped you through something?
text himself.
Yeah, go ahead, Tyler.
That will be a text.
Next world, because Lee didn't have much friends, and some people don't have much friends.
Okay. And have you experienced that yourself or have you seen it happen?
I've seen it happen, and once before I experienced,
So it was a text to world.
and self.
Yeah, so it was
Yeah.
both. That was a text to world and a text to self connection. Very good.
Mm.
All right. Anybody else have anything to add before we are done for today? No? All right, guys. Well, I want to thank you for taking this risk with me, and we worked really hard to achieve these world-class outcomes and to really demonstrate our understanding of them today. Um,
I keep on burning.
oh boy, we have some singing going on. Okay, Tyler, why don't you share your thought with us?
I'm just asking you a question.
Oh, okay.
How much did it snow at your house?
Oh, it snowed like 8 to 12 inches. It was quite a lot. So,
It snowed like 2 feet at our house,
oh my
but
gosh.
my dad's shoveling the driveway, so
How funny.
and he made a giant ramp for us. So just hang on, it's right there.
Awesome. That's really cool, Tyler. Thanks for showing us. Yeah, go ahead, Lucas.
I probably got like three, like mostly like 4 inches of snow, maybe. Don't know. Probably 4 inches is my estimate. My estimate is 4 inches.
Well, there's a little math lesson for you.
I think
You
I
go
can
out
be
and
done
measure.
outside.
Yeah. Lucas, what's your thought?
So go to folders when you get to Edmodo.
Yes. Go to
Okay.
folders, choose your images, and then you're going to drag them onto your desktop, and then that's how you're going to upload them into Animoto.
How do you add your own again? I'm sorry.
You go up here, if you have your own images, you go
Uh-huh.
to add to folder and click on that button right there.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. All right, we've definitely communicated our ideas and collaborated and dug into the theme of our books. We've had to think critically about our several discussion topics that both you and I created, and today our creativity really showed through with our presentations. So pat yourself on the back. Yay! All
Hang
right.
on, I need a longer arm. Clay will just do the same thing. Except jump at
Okay.
the other end.
Everybody have a fantastic day. Thursday is going to be kind of an interesting book, or I'm not book club, sorry. Thursday is going to be an interesting virtual classroom because we're going to do some TCAP presentations, or I'm sorry, preparation. I keep saying presentation, but preparation. And you're going to be with all of the different grade levels. So that'll be kind of fun. But anyway, for now, pat yourself on the back. Have a happy Monday and I will be sending you your scores probably in the next day or two. Okay? All right, good job today. Go ahead and give us a wave goodbye. Bye. Yay. See you later.
I can
The
go
animal
to the